Hi, my name is Rebecca Miller. I am a reading intervention specialist in the education studio here at the Richland Library. I would like to start by thanking you for taking the time to explore our blog and learn more about structured literacy. If you are a caregiver supporting a reader at home, we would love to partner with you. Reach out to the education studio by emailing us at readingspecialists@richlandlibrary.com. In this video, we will explore how to teach your student to read longer words. Reading two-syllable words doesn't need to be scary for your student or for you. In fact, most one-syllable words that students tackle as beginning readers follow similar patterns when they read longer words. If your student is confident reading one-syllable words with short vowel sounds and with digraphs, they're ready to begin reading longer words. Before we jump into tips and techniques, did you know that only 20% of students can naturally identify patterns within longer words? That means that most students will need help finding these patterns. Educators call this phase of reading instruction syllable division. Today, you will learn one of the most common syllable division patterns. This pattern occurs when there's one vowel, two consonants, and another vowel. We call these words VCCV words. We highly recommend that you teach this pattern first because they appear in about 80% of two-syllable words. When your student is able to recognize this pattern and use it to read, they will be likely to read a lot more text, like the decodable chapter books that you see here on the table, available for checkout at Richland Library locations. Come with me and let's practice breaking up longer words. Before practicing dividing longer words with your student, it's important for the instructor to consider their word list. You will want to ensure that all the words on the list follow the VCCV pattern. Compiling words in this pattern can be very time-consuming, so we are here to help. You will find comprehensive word lists in this pattern on our blog. They will range from simple to complex VCCV patterns to help meet the needs of all our diverse readers. Next, you will want to teach your student the pattern to dividing words. First, they will need to know to look for their vowels. Second, they will need to know to look for the two consonants in between the vowels. Remind your students they are only marking the consonants in the middle. Step 3 is for them to recognize that when they are in the VCCV pattern, they will always divide the word between the two consonants. Here's how it works. First, you would locate the vowels in the word and mark them with a V. Next, you will locate the two consonants in between the vowels and mark those with a C. Now we have our VCCV pattern. The final step is to break the word between the two consonants. Now we've taken a longer word and broken them into two smaller and manageable parts for your student to read. Upset, upset. You can still use these routines with words that have more complex sounds in them. Don't forget, your student has already studied these sounds with one-syllable words, so now they will apply that skill to longer words. Here's how it works. First, mark your vowels. Next, mark your consonants in between the vowels. Find your pattern and break between the consonants. D-en-t-ist, dentist. Mark your vowels. Mark your consonants. Find your pattern. Break between the C's. Ch-ip-munk, chipmunk. Mark your vowels, mark your consonants, find your pattern, and mark between the C's. P-ok, ket, pocket. Now that we've practiced these words in isolation, your student is ready to read them in longer decodable chapter books available for checkout at Richland Library locations. Here are some helpful hints as you practice syllable division with your students. Helpful hint number 1, stick to the list. The VCCV pattern is just one syllable division pattern of 6 in the English language. Make sure you use the lists on our blog to limit confusion. Helpful hint number 2. Double check that your student is ready for this next step in reading. They should be confident reading one-syllable words with short vowel sounds and digraphs before jumping into longer words. Helpful hint number 3. Your student has worked very hard to read these words. Now let's practice reading them again in text. Reach out to the Education Studio so that you can find decodable books that practice this rule. Or you can build your own sentences with the words that your student divided. With some thoughtful planning and a little bit of practice, you are helping to build a confident and independent reader. If you have questions about this video or would like more literacy resources, reach out to us at readingspecialist@richlandlibrary.com. Thanks for joining us today.